Hi, my name is David McParlin, and I'm a sophomore here at SIU. Today I'm going to let you guys know a little bit about myself. So, before coming to this program, I had 2 years of automotive experience through classes I took in high school, and I started getting into cars around the age of 16 when I had my '09 Mitsubishi Lancer that I ended up getting in a crash in and ended up working for a new car, which is now 2012 Infiniti G37X. And over the summer, I was able to get my first experience working in a shop at a Mavis Tire and Brakes, mounting and balancing tires, as well as being able to work on brakes, doing alignments, and just being able to get some shop experience. So today I'm going to take us through some pictures and videos about some things I like, things I did this summer on my car, and some of the things we did in the shop this summer. So this is my 2012 G37. I've done some cosmetic modifications to it, such as spray painting the front bumper, as well as headlights, doing the vinyl on the siding, as well as doing the tint on my windows. I've done some exhaust work as well, such as replacing the catalytic converter for test pipes, and also replacing my stock resonators and mufflers. This summer I also had issues with leaks coming out of my exhaust from my header's back, so I ended up learning to weld on a MIG welder and closing up some of those leaks. I also had leaking issues from the cat back, so I ended up replacing my Y-pipe, and it ended up sounding much better with the new gaskets and everything to it. I also ended up getting tuned for performance as well, and I was able to spit flames with the tune I have, and I've been able to enjoy it very much with the setup I have. This summer I ended up going into work and mounting and balancing my wheels, and checked my brakes as well. Yet when I got home from work, I was having problems with my car stalling in gear, either in reverse or drive, so I thought it was a torque converter issue, yet I wanted to check fueling as well as air first. So basically I ended up pulling off my intake manifold so I could get to my injectors, and I ended up checking them for if they were clogged, if they had the right resistances. I also checked fuel pressure at the rail to make sure that my fuel was getting sent correctly, and I ended up having to replace my injectors. My fuel pump was fine, so I ended up just closing out that issue, and the car ended up running for 3 weeks and got me to work. So these symptoms started to occur again after driving the vehicle for 3 weeks, yet I was able to get it to a shop once I replaced those clogged injectors, so I thought that might have been the issue and I wouldn't have had to worry about my torque converter. I pulled the plugs on cylinder 1 just to see what those spark plugs were looking like, and the cylinder was a little bit dirty, but no biggie. Cylinder 2, on the other hand, and 3, they were covered with oil all within the spark plug wells due to pressure that was built up due to a clogged PCV system, so I replaced the valve covers as well as the gaskets, as well as spark plugs and coil packs. Since the spark plugs were covered in oil as well as the coil packs, and I ended up just replacing everything to see if I could get it to run, because those valve cover seals ended up breaking and there was no seal, so oil ended up leaking within those spark plug wells and ended up covering those spark plugs. So I ended up cleaning it all out, replacing everything, and I thought I could get it to run before I got down to school, yet at the end of the day, I figured out that it was a torque converter issue, and I ended up needing a new transmission. Other than working on my car this summer, I got to drive a Porsche GT4 as well as a Porsche GT3 RS around the track with extreme experience, as well as I got to meet some of their head technicians and had a great time. Other than that, some things I like to do: I like to wakeboard, I like to go outside and go fishing, as well as go to the rec center to play basketball. I like to go on cruises down Giant City, as well as take pictures of the cars. And besides that, I have some videos from Saluki Streetcar last year of when my car ran the track.